Ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 Akane Tidbits!
Number 1, the hair situation. Looking at early clips of Akane from Season 1 and comparing them to Season 2 and beyond, they're almost like two different people. What happened here is actually a complicated story. Dating back to when she was really young, Akane was head over heels in love with a Tendo family physician, Dr. Tofu Ono. Call it a young schoolgirl crush. Akane grew her hair very long in an attempt to gain his favor. However, Dr. Tofu was blindly in love with Akane's sister Kasumi, and saw Akane as nothing more than a cute little kid. During a fracas between Ranma and Ryoga, Akane's flowing locks were cleaved at the shoulder, which served more as a metaphor for the final days of her carefree youth and a declaration of womanhood. At that point, Akane realized that her crush on Dr. Tofu was passing, and it was time to move on with her life. As of press time, Tofu and Kasumi still haven't gotten together, but I'll keep you posted. Number 2, Akane's strengths and weaknesses. Being a student of martial arts since she was knee-high, Akane Tendo is a real spitfire, not one to back down from a fight. Her greatest asset by far is her brute strength. There is an amazing amount of power behind Akane's punches. Get clocked by her, and you'll feel it for weeks. She relies heavily on a no-nonsense, balls-to-the-wall style of fighting. Like a rhinoceros, she gores through her opponents, while at the same time exhibiting the discipline of a true martial artist. She has no signature moves to speak of, unless you count the dual jet stream Raging Waters attack, a tandem move performed with Ranma Saotome. Unfortunately, for all amount of training, she just cannot overcome her lack of coordination and natural clumsiness. She seems to have 2 left feet, and she has the tendency to bungle her moves at the worst possible times. Through lots of practice, she can be graceful and overcome her klutziness, but the majority of the time she just lets rage take over and her fists do the talking, which makes it easy for her opponent to outthink her. Which brings us to number 3. Akane loves to get herself kidnapped. She is a fearsome warrior, no doubt, but relative to Ranma Saotome and opponents of his ilk, not so much. Akane is often abducted by Ranma's stronger opponents, making her a very unlikely damsel in distress. But don't expect a princess at the top of this tower. She proves herself to be the beast rather than the beauty. To her captors, and to those trying to rescue her. Akane has too much pride to be written off as a prize to be won. Number 4, Akane can't swim. As we all know, there is no shortage of water in Ranma 1/2 the series, and should Akane Tendo fall into it, she sinks like a lead weight. Who can say why? What with her tireless training regimen, one would think she'd have learned by now. But no, this is one demon she has yet to conquer. Akane is too brave to develop a fear of the water, however. To learn to swim would be her dream come true. But to be brutally honest, she's a hopeless case.
She must be stopped. Our next meal could be our last, Tendo. You're right, Saotome.
Number 5, Akane can't cook. While Akane's skills in combat are well-founded, her skills in the kitchen leave much to be desired. In the Ranma 1/2 universe, families are very old-fashioned and traditional. The wife has certain duties she must perform, and cooking is just one thing Akane can't get right, no matter how hard she tries. She follows a recipe much like Ryoga Hibiki follows a map. When I say her cooking is bad, that's an understatement. Her cooking is lethal. What makes it even worse is that she wants to cook more. She will constantly shove her concoctions into Ranma Saotome's face, and will not stop badgering him until he licks his plate clean. Of all the trials put before Ranma, nothing compares to this. Akane's cooking is Ranma Saotome's worst enemy.
Here goes.
For Akane Tendo, even though life has thrown her a gigantic lemon, i.e. Ranma Saotome, life goes on. She rolls with the whole fiancé thing, not knowing the end to which it will take her. While it's true that Akane and Ranma have a genuine distaste for one another, they are, whether they choose to admit it or not, best friends. They are an inseparable duo adjoined at the hip, there for each other during the good times and bad. Akane Tendo will always be there for Ranma, rooting him on from the sidelines and offering educated opinions where they are needed most. Ranma Saotome, in turn, will always be there to protect Akane's honor, to shield her from life's slings and arrows. And even though Akane and Ranma were thrown together against their free will, this just may have been the instance where fate needed that helping hand. Perhaps these two are soulmates whom would never have found each other unless the hand of fate was forced. It is possible for true love to blossom out of nothing at all, and you can see the love behind every argument, behind every apprehension, behind Akane's brutish bludgeoning of Ranma. You can see the love. But perhaps the time for words has passed. For love speaks without words. Love is a pure, indescribable thing. Love is life's greatest miracle.